episode 9, where we are going to talk about healthy swaps for babies and kids. So if you've listened to the last few episodes, we're just doing this little mini-series on healthy swaps that you can trade out in your lives, in your kids' lives, just to make healthier decisions, healthier options available to you. A lot of the times these waters can be a little tricky to navigate, so we are just bringing you some of our favorite brands that we personally use to try to help you have a bigger option to pull from.
Yeah. So we like to think of things as like your rate of exposure. So what are you using often, or what's coming in like really close contact with you? And this is especially important for our kids and like our babies, because they're not in control of any of these things. So like whatever you're giving them, like they don't have a choice and they don't understand. So their little immune systems, like everything is so fresh and so new, and they really need us to advocate for them to like make these really better choices. So that was something that I really prioritized. I had a very small registry, and I had comments about all the organic things and all that. I'm like, well, yes.
Yeah.
And if you buy me Johnson & Johnson, I promise you I'm going to throw it away. I'm not even going to like re-gift it to someone. Like I'm literally going to throw it away. So it's just not, these are areas that I'm not willing to compromise on, and there are like very important reasons behind that. If you go back to the first episode of this series, I think it was episode 7, where the beginning we talked about like why, like ingredients and why they're important and why we avoid certain things, and so we don't have to like reiterate that again. But especially when it comes to our kids, like let's give them the best start and like the best foundation that we can.
Absolutely. And that actually, just real quick, you mentioned Johnson & Johnson like baby wash. I wish I had mentioned that in the birth stories episode of like what I brought to the hospital with me, because I brought my own baby shampoo, because obviously they give your baby like or bath wash it was, you know, they give your baby a bath while you're there, and all hospitals use Johnson & Johnson.
Ooh.
Yeah. And they were like, here, take it home with you. And I remember being like, no, and you're not putting that on my kid, we're using this instead. But obviously we're talking about babies, so one of the obvious things to start with are diapers and wipes, right? So all 4 years that I've had children, we started off with these wipes and we continue to use them. That's water wipes. It makes sense. It's 99.9% water, and there's like a drop of fruit extract in there. So
preservative.
That's super clean. You can't get much cleaner than that. Some of you might think, well, since it's just water, like why don't you just do it yourself? And I would, but I don't need any extra laundry and all that. I'm not a cloth diapering mom or anything like that. So the water wipes for me, and I mean, we use them on our whole family. Like I use them if I stick my hand in something sticky in the car, or any of those things. Even our pets or animals, if I had to wipe something off, little eye goop or something for the dog, I will go over and use them. So we just have packages of those like just stocked all over the place, because you never know when you're going to need a water wipe. And you wipe down like surfaces with them sometimes. Again, like kids are messy, and so just
sticky.
It's very sticky. Grab a few packs of those and just have those on hand. So water wipes are awesome. And then diapers, I think we both use the Honest diapers. They are chlorine free. There's no latex, fragrance, or parabens. Again, there's that fragrance word, the F word comes back up. We've talked about that multiple times in the last few episodes for the series. But there's also no like latex or parabens. So again, look into the diapers that you're using.
Yes.
That's on your kid when they're little, 24/7.
Tissues, which we talked about.
24/7, yes, on all of their reproductive areas. And we wonder why a lot of people nowadays are growing up with reproductive issues like we have not had in the past.
Yes.
Well, diapers have changed a lot over the past few years. Look into your ingredients. If you pull out a diaper and you can smell a clean diaper just because of the fragrance and that like baby clean, like fresh scent, throw that in the trash. That's not what you're looking for. It doesn't cover the poopy smell anyway, so it really does nothing. So those are my top 2 that I use the most, because our son, he's still in diapers. So baby wipes and diapers, important. They're on your baby 24/7. Look into that product.
Yep, we use the Honest diapers also, and we just use the Honest wipes because we can get like a bundle.
Yeah.
Easy.
I'm a water wipe fan.
Yes.
I'll stay
that
true.
was my other option.
Yeah.
Yes. We use Pacis, which a lot of people don't use Pacis, and I don't use Pacis in the way that most people do. Like, I literally just use Pacis when she's sleeping, and I use it to like pop the boob out, put the Paci in so she stays asleep, and I can then transition her.
To reclaim your bosom.
Yes.
Yes.
So she only gets a Paci when she is sleeping, and then usually after like 5 minutes, she like, and she like spits it out and it passes out. So, but something that you're literally like, they're sucking on, and a lot of people give Pacis a lot more often than I do. And most Pacis are plastic. Your kid is literally just like sucking on plastic. So the brand that I really like is called Bibs, B-I-B''S. You can get them on Amazon. They're super cute. They're just natural rubber versus a plastic. So just a really easy thing to swap out.
Yep. And again, in the previous episodes for the series, we've talked a lot about plastics. So
yep.
all of that information is there. Another thing that we both use, but I also use it in a slightly different way, is the Earth Mama nipple butter. I know that.
Or all of their products, really.
Yeah, any Earth Mama products
I use
at
like
all.
6 of their products.
But Earth Mama nipple butter, the reason that I bring that up is, I mean, Shay's, yes, I use it with Shay. I didn't really need to use it with Tegan, which was nice, but I did have to use it with Shay. But I still use it to this day on my cow because I have a milking cow, and just like any nursing mom, you can get a little chafed up and cracky. So every single day after we milk, twice a day, she gets some Earth Mama.
Special
so
for
it's
you.
Safe on animals too. And then tell them how you use Earth Mama nipple butter, because I know you use it in a different way too.
Yeah, I didn't have any issues with like latch or breastfeeding, so I had it for that just in case. But if you look at their ingredients for most of their products, a lot of them are very similar because, you know, natural things are multifaceted. You can use them for a lot of things. So I like the consistency of the nipple butter better than I like the consistency of like their diaper cream. Their diaper cream is like a little bit more oily. So I use the nipple butter on her butt if it like gets red versus like the diaper cream because I like the consistency better for that. Because it's just like a very soothing, healing, like oils and like butters and stuff are the ingredients. So it's just, it's good all around.
Yeah. So we both use it, but in different ways.
Yeah.
So it's good for a lot of things. I actually think I read on their website like you can use it for like chapped lips or like dried cheeks, like all the things, and which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that definitely works out for us.
They also have like baby oil, which we used on her when she was little, and they have products. Well, the nipple butters obviously for women, but they have like a peri spray for like post birth, and all their products are really, really, really good. Really clean ingredients. They're a very transparent company too. Another thing that we use are doTERRA has a kids specific roller bottle set, and so it's like for your tummy and like calming, and even for older kids, like to help you focus and to help with like big feelings like brave. I think braver is so, but it's like I think there's like 6 or 7, and it comes in this cute little specific rollers, and they have these cards, these little flashcards that help the like older kids who can read kind of like be more empowered to know what to use on themselves. But even saying she's 19 months old and she knows that you like put roller bottles on your feet, and she like
grabs them all the
practices.
time.
Yeah.
She has some in her room, and
so
like, have at it.
That's like our go-to for like we use rollers on her like every day. We usually use the stomach one, like the belly one, the calm one for like nap and nighttime, or if she's like being crazy, or if there's like a skin thing, and we use like I think it's called Stronger, is like the immune system, but they're like specially formulated for kids with like gentle oils. They're pre-diluted roller bottles, so you don't have to worry about like making your own, which I do that too. But that's something that I really like for her too. Is just like roller bottles take all of the guesswork out.
Yeah, you're not measuring anything, mixing anything. You're also not like dealing with multiple bottles. As a mom, like we don't have time for multiple things.
Yes.
So that definitely works.
They're color coded. I'm like, get the purple one.
Yeah,
get the blue one.
While we're on the topic of oils and bed bedtime, and like you said, you have a certain roller for that. I actually just take lavender oil and drop like 2 or 3 drops, like one on their pillow, one on their bed, and one on their blanket for both of my kids at night.
You can do that with like stuffed animals too, if they like to snuggle a stuffed animal.
When Shay goes to school, they're allowed to have a stuffy at nap time, and so every morning I'm like, "You're welcome, teacher," and I just like douse it. So some lavender, and that definitely helps. Like Tegan's always been a really good sleeper, and Shay's always been really good. And then like lately, sometimes like she'll get up a little early or not want to go to bed. She's getting older, so she's realizing she has options. Yeah. But I definitely noticed that once I started using the lavender oil, like, and she notices it too. She's like, "Oh, it smells so good." Like she'll say that. I'm like, "It does now. Go to sleep."
Yeah. Stop talking.
Yes. So that's definitely a good one. While we're on the topic of again like nighttime routines and things like that, I have for the kids. They have organic mattresses and organic pillows as well as organic sheets. The pillows that I use is for 2 to 5 years old. They don't recommend anything younger than that, and it's My Little North Star for the actual pillow itself. And then as far as like the sheets and the pillowcases and all the things is the same company that I use for my bed, which is Naturepedic. Just amazing. Like cute colors, cute designs, all the things, all natural, cotton. So again, while they're sleeping at night, you're breathing in no chemicals, no flame retardants. No, that's...
And especially kids tend to sleep longer. They're in bed longer than adults are, and they're napping also. So they are really in those more than we are.
And their products are, made in the USA and stuff like that. And I appreciate that. So what else do you have?
I prioritize, because she's still really little, but like toys, like especially when you think about babies, like they're putting everything in their mouths. They are exploring the world. They're touching things and then they're putting their hands in their mouths. So I was very specific, and I still am, to the chagrin of much of the people in my life. I don't let Sage have plastic toys.
Yeah.
I mean, she has a few things. But the majority of her toys are wood or like silicone or like cloth, especially like dolls and stuff. And so that was something that I really prioritized, especially like teethers and things. Like she's not going to be, or we didn't know we were having, but the baby's not going to be chewing on plastic and doing all these things. Like we're not doing it. Again, plastic. We don't have to go over that again. But especially when you're little and you're chewing and you're doing all the things, like just that exposure was not something that I am comfortable with. We don't have a lot of plastic in our house just in general, so it wasn't something that I was going to start doing with my baby. Yeah. So we really prioritize, like I said, wood, and then like most teethers are like wood silicone combos, and like ethically sourced, and making sure that like the wood is either like not doesn't have any like conditioning on it, or it's like a natural like coconut oil conditioner or whatever. So that was something that we really did. Brand that I really like for her now that she's older a little bit, and she's like kind of getting into like dolls, like baby, she'll say like baby, and she'll like point to her eyes and stuff. So I got her a doll for Christmas from Hazel Village, and they use organic materials. Organic materials. They're ethically sourced. They, the company themselves are based in Brooklyn, but they do have suppliers in, I should have written it down, in like Cambodia and India, and so they're like hiring these women to like hand sew either like the dolls or the clothes or whatever, and they have dolls. She has like a baby doll, but it's cloth. And they also have like boy dolls, which I think is cool, and they have animals, and their Instagram account is so cute.
The doll that you have is adorable.
She's so cute.
I was over the other day and I was like, that is
she's so cute. But you think like she's not putting as much things in her mouth anymore, but she's like snuggling her baby and things like that. Another really good brand is Mushie, Mushie, and they have a lot of stuff. They have silicone bibs and snack cups. We have those. We never really use bibs. Pacis clips, utensils.
How'd you get around that?
No, she just got messy.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute. I was like,
I would just take her shirt off and like let her go, and then put her in the bath. I was like, this is too much.
We used a ton of bibs.
No. And she never was drooly, So I never had to deal with like the drooly thing either. No.
Yeah.
And then they do have some toys too. So that's another good brand to look at for that too. But there are quite a few, and usually they're small brands, and there are quite a few like good natural toy options for your kids.
I love that.
Yeah.
The last thing that I have on here is, again, back to the Honest Company. We've mentioned them multiple times now. I like their baby body wash. I like their lotions.
Yeah,
and I like their bath
wash.
And I like the bath bubbles too.
Yeah.
Well, my kids really like that. So, again, Honest Company, clean, no chemicals.
And easy to find.
Yes.
You can find them at Target.
You can find them everywhere, yeah.
Amazon, obviously, but yeah.
Yeah.
The last thing I have is a car seat.
Ooh, yes. I forgot.
So, especially for us, like we don't drive a lot in the car like during the week. Like I stay home with her, so she's not going to daycare. We're not like driving back and forth like twice a day. But we do. I'm from Pennsylvania, and so we travel several times a year, and we're in the car for a really long time. Or even if we do go somewhere, it's like 30 minutes to the grocery store and 30 minutes back. Like you just think about the amount of time that you're in the car. And so thank you, Mom. I put on my baby registry, yes. A Nuna car seat. We have the Nuna Reva. So we totally skipped the infant car seat, and ours is a convertible, so it's from 5 to like 65 pounds. So this is the same car seat that she came home in, and you just take the infant insert out, and it grows with them. Non-toxic materials. They even have some organic options. Some that are made with like organic cotton, some that are made with wool. Ours is just like eco certified. It's not like organic, but it's flame retardant free, and their products are Green Guard certified. They also have like they have a ton of different options for car seats. They have strollers, they have like a pack and play, they have like a ton of stuff now, but the safety ratings on their car seats are amazing. And then like the quality of the construction, the quality of the ingredients, that was just something that I really wanted to prioritize, and it was worth, I mean, I didn't pay for it, thanks Mom, but it was worth the money. I mean, it was only I think it was like $400 or like $500. This was right.
I think that's an item that does get pricey. You're not going to really get around
exactly. And for the quality, again, you're going to want to prioritize, especially if you think about how long they're in the car. Yeah. If that's, something that is of a concern to you. So same thing with like a mattress. They're obviously not in it as long as they would be on a mattress, but that was something that I knew that she was going to have this car seat from birth to, I mean, she's small, so she's probably still going to be in this car seat 3-4 years old. So
what weight does it go up to again?
65.
Yeah.
She's only 20 pounds.
Yeah.
She's a little girl.
Yeah.
So we're going to have this for a long time. So again, even if it was
worth
$400, that's $100 a year. And we didn't have to buy two, because I was like, I don't want to buy an infant car seat and have to buy another car seat in like 6, like no, that's dumb. I'm just gonna do one. Like you can't take it out and like carry it with you, but I did a lot of baby wearing, so that wasn't an issue. Anyways, so.
Oh, that's the thing. Do you recommend any baby carriers or?
Oh yeah, so I really liked the Solly wraps. I really liked those when she was little, because you can get them really tight, and they're so little that it was easy. And the thing that I liked about baby wearing was, people can't touch her. Yeah. I don't know why, stranger, you think you can come touch my baby, but don't do it. Now, once she was maybe like 3 or 4 months old, she kind of got a little bit big for that, and she fit better. I have an Ergo. I think ours is the Ergo 360, or Ergo Omni, or Ergo Omni 360, I'm not sure. But I love that. And you can do front carry and back carry. I don't know if it's non-toxic or not. Yeah. I don't know. Nuna, actually, my car seat company, they have a carrier. I saw that on their website when I was compiling things for this episode, and I was like, oh, that's cool. But
for the next one.
Yeah. my bougie carrier. But I can still put her in our Ergo and just put her on my back, which is helpful sometimes when she's clingy and I still need to get things done. Yeah. But that's all we have.
Yeah. Short and sweet this one, you guys. But again, very important. It's our babies. Yes. There's nothing in the world that we care about more. So
prioritizing them and their things
And a lot of times,
Oh.
again, that's usually like the gateway into clean living is through,
Yes.
getting pregnant, getting ready to have a kid, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I want to make sure that I'm going to keep them healthy.
One thing that we did forget, I know you used glass bottles
Oh, yes.
instead of plastic bottles.
But it goes back to not using plastic.
And
yeah.
same thing with like their utensils and their cups and their things now. Like we both have, and like our husbands too, like we all have like Yeti big water things that we refill with our Berkeys that we talked about before. And we do the same thing for our kids. Like we have to label them because we have a lot of the same colors. And then we come over and Sage is like trying to drink everyone's water. I'm like, no, honey. And then we also have and then we also have, the company's called Elk Friends, and you can find them on Amazon. But they're little glass mason jars, and they have a silicone sleeve and they have a silicone straw. So it's like a cup with a straw. They have sippy cups too, but we didn't do sippy cups. We didn't do bottles. So I didn't want to confuse her, so we just went straight to like a cup with a straw. She figured it out like immediately. But silicone straw versus like a plastic straw, because those can be dangerous. And I really have like those. She's straight up dropped it or like chucked it, and because of the silicone sleeve, like there's never been an issue. They're not super leak proof, but she can tip it over and it doesn't like all gush out. So, and I know you have the same ones. That's why I bought them. Because she was using them here. I was like, oh, those are nice.
Those are great. And so definitely glass or silicone or glass
Utensils.
silicone combo over plastic.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the biggest areas where parents use plastic.
Yeah.
It's just because it's easy to buy. They want kids to break it, but silicone will do the job just as good, if not better, and then also not be toxic for your kid. So. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much everything that we have on the kids and babies. We have one more episode coming out next week for this little mini-series that I put together, and that is on the medicine cabinet. So healthier, cleaner swaps to all of your traditional medicine cabinet items. Yeah. So check in next week for that. Okay, let's get some juice in her. Yeah, juice her up.